What's happening, guys? It's your boy Ziki Jr. Welcome back to Football Fans Frenzy. I'm happy to be here. Actually, I want to sincerely apologize for not coming on the show last week because I was actually not feeling too well. But now I'm better, I am stronger, and I'm back here to entertain you and prepare you for the matches of the weekend. But first of all, guys, you know how we do it. We first of all talk about the trending topics for the week, and then we talk about the games we have this weekend. So first of all, I want to also apologize for Boskunle. He's still stuck in traffic. I also want to hold on. I also want to apologize for IK. He's out for a wedding. Hopefully soon he gets married too. We are actually waiting on that. Then I also want to apologize for Frank. He went out to hustle, man got to get paid, so he went out to hustle. So it might just be me here. Thank you, Lena. Yes, it's been a while. I was ill last week. But I'm better now. I am stronger now, and I'm back here on the show. So I know you guys missed me, man. I missed you all too, and thank you for tuning in on the show. It's really lovely to be back, and I'm apologizing for my crew, for my gang, as we do in Nigeria, or my goons, as we call them in Nigeria. They are not here. Hopefully, Boskule joins us later if he's able to beat the traffic. It's been terrible because they're still on lockdown. And I think he went out for a call and he's coming back and he cannot get back home yet. So hopefully he joins us soon. Thank you, Lena, for joining in on the show. It's good to have you back here. This is Football Fans Frenzy. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you can support us on the show. Subscribe to the channel. Also smash like on the video and share this video, the link with your friends. Thank you, nurses. Welcome back, and thank God for your recovery. Yes, I also thank God too. I am stronger and I am better, and I'm here to entertain you all. I have amazing topics to talk about today, and a lot has happened in the football world this week. A whole lot has happened this week in the football world, and well, it's good for us because then we have something to talk about on Saturday. And quickly, without further ado, let's just dive straight into it. So this week, Manchester United actually got eliminated from the UEFA Champions League, and a lot of Manchester United fans have been calling for Ole to get sacked, and rightly so. For a manager of Manchester United, it is unacceptable to actually get eliminated from the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. And well, Manchester United actually got eliminated. This is just so sad. And yeah, of course, we cannot totally blame the managers for players' poor performances. Those goals were actually lack of concentration, and well, what can we say? But welcome, Ayomide. Get to eat David Day. Yes, I know you're a Manchester City fan and you cannot wait to actually throw your opinion, but we'll get to it shortly. In a sense, so sad, crying emojis. Well, what can we do? Is football, and these things actually quite happen. They actually happen. But well, it was a beautiful game of football, and Manchester United actually tried to do a comeback that day, but it did not work. Only actually got his tactics wrong because you had Wan-Bissaka on playing out of position. You had a whole lot of players not actually knowing what they are supposed to do, and which was just very sad. The first goal was terrible because I think Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka got dragged out of position because Maguire was actually out of position. They tried to cover up, leaving in this Manchester City guy that I don't want to even call his name. Very annoying. And Bello has been trolling us, and even Ayomide throughout the week, saying that he actually did the Lord's work for Manchester City. Well, anyway, I really don't want to talk about that game anyway. It was really sad. It was disappointing. But Manchester United is has officially dropped into the Europa League, and the draw should be on Monday. And we'll see what happens who Manchester United is going to play. Personally, I'm not going to watch any Europa League, man. I'm not going to no Jerusalem or no Uzbekistan or streaming all those far games, man. I know just fit, man. I'm not doing that thing. So I'm just strictly going to watch Premier League and Champions League and see other teams that are actually doing well in the Champions League. So Ole should actually get the sack. And if he does lose this game today against Manchester City, he should really get sacked. Okay? Though I know the players actually play badly against Leipzig. Oh my God, how is Maguire Manchester United captain? That guy is terrible. The last game was totally his fault. It was totally his fault. And De Gea should have done better. Yes, there are arguments that De Gea should have done better. And I agree too, because he would have gone fully for that ball and he would have won a foul if that guy had bumped into him. But actually, he gave him the side, giving him enough space to look the ball over him. But anyway, that's that. I do hope Ole gets sacked, even though I like Ole as a manager. The truth of the matter is that his man management skills is top notch. But when it comes to football management, you need more than man management skills. You need to get your tactics right most of the time. You need to be able to motivate your players. Manchester United always starts every football match slowly. And that's a mentality that needs to stop. He was asked yesterday at the press conference, and he agreed, yes, that they actually start games slowly, and he needs to do a lot better to work on that side of the game. I mean, they said really so sad. Cavani is going to shoot arrows at Jerusalem. Man, I ain't watching no Jerusalem match or no Uzbekistan match or anyone they come to play Kogi. Wherever it is, those far ends of the world, man, I'm not interested. I'm not watching. Says Man United needs to win a cup soon. Any cup we do right now. Well, I think Ole needs to win something this season, or else if he doesn't get sacked, because I feel like the board and the club is being sentimental towards him because he's a club legend. But if he doesn't win a trophy this season, the pressure will just be out of this world. He really needs to win something. Maybe win the Europa League, the Premier League. I totally doubt he can. Maybe an FA Cup or a Captain One Cup, but come on, those cups are really not important. Manchester United, for crying out loud, and they need to win big trophies. They need to be in the Champions League, and unfortunately, Manchester United is out of the Champions League this season. So let's quickly move to the next topic. So earlier this week, Marcus Bielsa in his press conference named the starting lineup against West Ham. Seriously, let me know in the comment section, what was he trying to prove? Was he trying to prove that, was it a mind game, or was it just simply pride? Well, unfortunately for him, he lost that game yesterday night, 2-1. So whatever he did or whatever he was trying to do, it definitely had a counter effect on the team. West Ham actually beat them last night 2-1, and it's really terrible. Leeds United needs to improve on defensive side of their game. Yes, very fantastic side going forward, but defensively they are horrible. And it's just unfortunate. They play very good football, free-flowing attacking football, but you need that cover in your defense, man. You cannot concede that amount of goals in the Premier League. It is the Premier League, for crying out loud. There is so much competition, and if they keep up this way, they are probably going to get into the relegation zone, and nobody wants to go back to the relegation battle. Nobody. You really want to stay in the Premier League and compete with the big boys. You don't want to go back to playing with, my God. But they're actually a good team that should stay in the Premier League. And if he works on his defensive side, they should actually just be fine and escape the relegation. Ina says, serves him right. Well, some of these managers are proud. Yes, it's good to remember that in 2005, Jose Mourinho actually played the same thing. He actually listed out his lineup against Barcelona. Well, I don't know. These are managers with somehow similar characteristics, kind of pride, and they're very stubborn-headed. Probably soon we'll see Conte trying out the same thing, listing out his team sheet before in the press conference. I think it was pride. And Bielsa really needs to work on trying to learn the English language. I think it's affecting him too. Every time he has to get a translator to actually translate what he's saying. I wonder how they work it out in the training pitch, where he has to say something. Imagine when maybe the coach says something and he was like, "What is wrong with you? You should do it this way." And then everybody's like, then he says it in Italian or wherever, and then the person translating has to translate. You see, that emotion is not passed across, and it's difficult for the players to really get, maybe when he's angry or when he's giving a straight out instruction, the translator might not actually pass the message across the way it's supposed to go. I mean, they said they will end up like City last season, no defense stability. They considered both goals from set pieces. Yeah, and you know when you have a reputation for conceding goals from set pieces, most clubs would like to actually use that against you because it's a very easy way to score. If you can score goals from set pieces, you can just defend properly and just wait for when you get set pieces and then you hit your opponent with it. Next topic, yes, for Pogba is actually seeking divorce from Manchester United. This is a very annoying and terrible topic. Anyway, his agent Minola said earlier this week that I can say that it is over for Paul Pogba at Manchester United. Yes, Paul can come back to Juventus. He is not happy at Manchester United. And then you begin to wonder, why is Riola actually doing this? Why is Riola actually doing this? Personally, I feel Paul Pogba's time at Manchester United is over and he should actually leave. In fact, Man United need to try to cash out on him in January before his contract runs out because it's obvious he's not going to renew. Well, for so many people, Mino Riola is one of the biggest boys in football. Like he has so much power in football and he tends to control his players a lot. But there are also reports that this interview was done a week ago, but the press decided to release that information just a day before the Leipzig match. And I think they've also been claims that the press is actually trying to sabotage Manchester United's progress. And this is true. Like you don't see other club stories every day on the news. There's always a negative story about Manchester United every single day on the news. And then you begin to ask questions why. If this interview with Mino Riola was actually conducted a week ago, and they are bringing it out before a very crucial game against Leipzig for Manchester United, then it's definitely a sabotage to actually drop the morale of the team. I think Ole actually acted in that regard to what's it called, to take Pogba out of the starting lineup. And he was just a disaster. Seriously, it was a disaster. And Pogba needs to do something. He needs to control his agents. Minola is a loud mouth. He talks too much. There are things you don't say. I know probably his relationship with Manchester United is probably broken, or he doesn't like Ole as a manager. There was a time he said that he doesn't feel a person like Ole should actually be handling a club as big as Manchester United. But it is not your problem. Pogba is on a contract with Manchester United and he's being paid hugely. And he has been hugely inconsistent since Manchester United signed him. Today he is world class, and tomorrow he is like the worst player ever. I think Pogba needs to do a lot to improve his game. Manchester United will actually count their losses on this deal because Manchester United will probably not be selling him as much as they bought him. But then what can you say? It's better to actually sell him for something and get a replacement than to lose him for free. Lena says, I feel it's hilarious instead. Oh, okay, the whole divorce thing. Yeah, he's seeking a divorce. His agent is seeking a divorce from Manchester United. There are claims he is unhappy, and he has never come out at any point to debunk any of these rumors. So, well, Manchester United fans are definitely tired with the whole Pogba situation. He's always on the news for negative reasons every single week about him leaving. He's becoming like a threat, and it's just crazy. And then again, he's not even putting up good performances. And I'm sure even football fans as a whole are tired of the whole Pogba saga at Manchester United. Just go, so that everybody can rest. Let's just divorce in peace. You go your way. Manchester United, you go their own way. Everybody will go, sign the document, give you out to Juventus or to whoever is your suitor, and you just go. And then the ball goes on, they get a replacement, and the whole drama will finally be over. So we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. January transfer market is closed, and hopefully Manchester United cashes out on Pogba as soon as possible. Now, this is a story I don't want to talk about. First of all, I want to say that I do appreciate that Lukaku is a striker with lots of goals, career goals. But personally, I do not like Lukaku. I never liked him, and I don't think I ever will. I do not appreciate his style of play, and I don't think he's a formidable player. and he's always been a player that folds at the big stage. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What you think about Romelu Lukaku. And this week he actually displayed and actually proved my point right. So Inter Milan needed a win to actually proceed into the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. And in the dying minutes of the game, Alexis Sanchez actually lifted up to a Christian Eriksen to put in a header that was going into the net. Guess what? Our man Lukaku stood there with his big head and blocked the ball from going into the net. For crying out loud, nigga, just take a dodge. That ball would have gone. Sorry for the N word. Well, I'm black. This topic is very sensitive these days. Dude, just make a little bend and that ball would have gone into the net, and Inter Bielsa would have been in the UEFA Champions League knockout stages. But no, he blocked the ball from going into the net, and then Inter is out of Champions League. And to make it even worse, they're not going to be dropping into the Europa League. They actually finished last in the table. It's just terrible. We can also remember that last season in the Europa League final, he scored an own goal to gift Sevilla the Europa League trophy. The same Romelu Lukaku. He doesn't score in important games. He doesn't score important goals. If you look at all the players in history, you look at Didier Drogba, you look at Shevchenko, you look at Van Nistelrooy, Diego Forlan, a whole lot of them, Raúl González, and all these players, fans remember them forever because they scored important goals for their club. They scored emotional goals for their club. Lukaku doesn't have that. Well, he has never won the top scorer, and we can argue he has never won a trophy. I know Ayomide will want to get into this conversation, yes, and this argument. Well, we can argue he has never won a trophy. The one he won one, the FA Cup. He actually said it himself that he doesn't feel he has won that trophy because he did not contribute towards that victory. Also, he won the Europa Champions League with Chelsea, but he practically did not play any game. So for me, he has not won a trophy. He has not contributed to the success of any club whatsoever in any competition. He has not also won the top scorer, but he has lots of goals. So obviously, it proves my point. It's unimportant goals. Personally, I don't think he's world class, but he is a striker that has lots of goals to his name in football. So he says, "You're a bitter ex. He's top 5 striker in the world currently. No dispute. He has lots of goals to back up his claim. He scores goals, but they are still not important goals. He has not helped any club that he has played for win anything. He's at Inter presently. They've not won the league. They just got knocked out from the UEFA Champions League, which is totally his fault, even though Conte has a lot of the blame. He also got them, made them lose the Europa League final last season against Sevilla. So, guy, come on, man. Come on. For you to be a top player, you really need to perform in the big games. You really need to step up and save your team when it matters. And Lukaku isn't just doing that. So, I don't know. We all have different opinions, but that's the beautiful thing about a fans channel. Your opinion, my opinion, they are all valid depending on where you want to look at it. And I agree with you. Considering the number of goals he has, you probably consider him one of the top strikers in the world. But personally, I don't know. I don't rate Lukaku, man. I really don't. So let's quickly move on. Should Conte get sacked? And I feel Inter Milan should have actually said enough is enough. They just got knocked out of the Champions League, which is totally his fault. You have a Christian Eriksen on the bench. Your team was lacking creativity. You needed a win. But Conte has actually been very stubborn. They've actually been telling him to play Christian Eriksen, and he wants to hold on and actually prove them that, yes, he doesn't need Christian Eriksen, and go to his claim that he doesn't really fancy Christian Eriksen anyway. But then again, you need to qualify for the Champions League round of 16, and then you have a Christian Eriksen that can change things for you, but you prefer not to use him. Well, we saw that he actually got Christian Eriksen into the game 10 minutes to go, and you saw Inter was threatening for that last 10 minutes, was bringing lots of balls into the box. They actually looked threatening, and they would have scored. Imagine he brought him in earlier on in the second half of Christian Eriksen started that game, they would have won. They actually brought the cross that Sanchez actually headed towards goal, and then Lukaku blocked. But it's just terrible. And you look at Inter's side, there's no future actually. They have lots of old players. They have Manchester United rejected players. I wonder where Inter is going with Conte. And Conte is a manager with pride. He's yet to win the league. He has actually not progressed past the quarterfinal stage of any European of UEFA Champions League. He got to the final last season of the Europa League and he lost. So his European record is just terrible. And seriously, it's about time that Inter starts to ask questions. Is Conte really the man for them? Personally, I feel he's very strong-headed and he actually should get the sack. But then, what can we say? I mean, it says if you judge a player by trophies won, then you claim Mustafi is world class because he has a World Cup medal, and Kane isn't a good striker because he doesn't have a trophy to his name. But well, I don't know. It's like I said, this is a topic that actually tends to divide the fan base, and it boils down to opinion, what you think, and maybe what I think. But you're also right. We want to look at it that way, Ayomide. But personally, Lukaku is not a striker. Okay, I'll ask you a simple question, Ayomide. Would you want to have Lukaku at Manchester City as a player? Leave the comment down below and I'll react to it when you do drop it. That's a question for you. So another trending news this week, Jack Grealish is trending on Twitter. Yes, well, you might want to say for the wrong reason yet again. He actually just got out of his case and Jack Grealish the hell alone. He's an adult and come on, it was his private life for crying out loud. Who was taking cameras into his bedroom? Whatever he does inside his bedroom should stay inside his bedroom. It's just unfortunate that the press are actually interfering in players' personal life, and he's wrong. It's terrible. It's his private life. I don't want to really talk about what the image was that was trending on Twitter and everything because there are probably kids watching the show. But this channel is anyway not for kids. So, but well, it's bedroom matters. And somebody actually made a joke out of it on Twitter and said Jack Grealish actually took the whole no to racism thing to a whole new level. The big black thing. And somebody said, yes, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, Jack Grealish has taken it to a new level. Well, anyway, I like Jack Grealish for one thing. He doesn't let his off-the-field affairs actually affect his gameplay on the field of play. But come on, man, if you handle such things in the bedroom, you should do well in the football field. Anyway, that's just a joke. Don't take me seriously, but I think they should leave Jack Grealish alone. He's an adult. He can do whatever he wants to do. It's his private life. And he can have a relationship with whoever he wants to. And people should stop putting cameras in people's rooms for crying out loud. It's a terrible thing to do. It's their private life. Come on, it's their sexual life. It's not your business. It's not your concern. Leave Jack Grealish alone. Let him focus on his football and do whatever makes him happy. Come on, he's an adult for crying out loud, man. Guys, come on. Leave Jack Grealish alone. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you think Jack Grealish is being treated unfairly by the press and they're paying too much attention to his personal life, I really feel that Jack Grealish should be left alone to actually play his football and do whatever he wants to do. So, guys, it's that time of the show where we're actually going into predicting games for the weekend. And let's quickly jump straight to the first game this weekend. Lineups are out. Oh, sorry, I have a little bit of connection issues. Oh, yeah. First game is Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Aston Villa. Meanwhile, there's a comment from let me quickly read that. He said, Man took BLM to a whole new level with disciplinary methods because he has been sanctioned twice in 1 month. Well, I don't feel he should be sanctioned. This is his personal life. Nobody should actually sanction somebody for doing what he does inside his bedroom. He may face it, but I don't see anything wrong. But he's also the face of the club. Well, nobody, come on, people cannot say that, okay, probably other players in the team cannot say they don't have sex or they don't engage in intimacy with opposite sex. Come on, I think they're just paying so much attention to the guy's private life and they should leave him alone. Seriously, they should leave him alone. It's his private life. He shouldn't be blamed for somebody placing the camera in his bedroom to see what he's doing in private or somebody spying on him. Come on, I think he should actually be looking for whoever uploaded that image and actually arresting the person. That is the right thing to do because they actually interfered with his private life. Anyway, Let's go back to the game. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Aston Villa, 13:30 West. Wolverhampton has been poor. I don't know if Jimenez is back to play. We really thank God for his life. He has been discharged from the hospital. He actually had his last weekend and he got stretched out and to the hospital and he had a minor surgery. I think they said he had a cracked skull from that collision with David Luiz. But we thank God that Raul Jimenez is better and it will be good to have him back playing football and scoring goals. But for this game, I actually feel Aston Villa has a bigger edge. So I'm going for a 2-1 win Aston Villa. Straight up. 2-1 win Aston Villa to win. Yeah. Next game is Newcastle United versus West Bromwich Albion by 16:00 West African time. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Who is going to win this game? Personally, I'll be going for a Newcastle win, a 1-0 win for Newcastle or a draw. A win or draw situation. If Newcastle doesn't win, then they will actually pick a point. And the big game of the weekend, Manchester United versus Manchester City. I know this is the topic everybody has been waiting for, so let's quickly talk about it for in details. Well, Manchester United actually played very well in recent time against Manchester City, and they've won 3 out of their last 4 encounters. But it's a different season, it's a new season. So we expect it to be very tough. Let me quickly read the comment from Ayomide. It says 1-1 draw between Wolves and Villa, okay, and then Newcastle to win by 2-0. I actually feel Newcastle will win too, but I feel it's going to be very slim victory, 1-0. He says Manchester, typical Manchester City fan. But seriously, to be honest, and despite the fact I'm a Manchester United fan, but I also have to be realistic. Manchester City is a better team right now. I actually question the mentality of Manchester United players right now. So the chances are that Manchester City will actually be winning this game. But then again, Manchester United tends to play well against teams like Manchester City. But then the game is by 18:30. And another good thing about this game is that we'll finally see Bruno Fernandes and De Bruyne playing against each other. This is something we want to see. They are both considered the best midfielders in the Premier League right now. And so we want to see, is it the PK Merchant that is going to carry the day, or is it the Cross and Isha Allah Merchant that is going to carry the day? If you know, you know what that means anyway. Everybody is actually saying Bruno Fernandes is a PK Merchant. Actually, all he does is swipe crosses into the box, and then probably somebody gets to the end of it. But generally, these are two very good players, and it will be a joy to watch both of them go head on this afternoon, later this evening, in the Manchester City derby. So it's in the Manchester derby, sorry. So it's the Manchester derby at Old Trafford. Time is 18:30 West African time. Okay. Ayomide says, don't put Fernandes on the same lane with Kevin De Bruyne, a penalty merchant. Well, Kevin De Bruyne is also a cross and Isha Allah merchant, so let's not just go into that. They're actually the best midfielders in the Premier League right now. And since Bruno Fernandes came into the Premier League in January, he has actually been the best midfielder in the Premier League and starts actually back in up. So the last game in the Premier League this weekend is Everton versus Chelsea, West African time by 21:00 West African time, sorry. And Everton tend to do well against Chelsea at their stadium. So I feel it's going to be a draw or maybe an Everton win. I just do hope Everton wins and Calvert-Lewin gets a goal because he's in my FPL. That's my selfish part. But on the other hand, we all know that Chelsea is a very strong team this season. Personally, I have predicted that Chelsea is going to win the league this season if they don't budge under pressure. Chelsea should be winning the league this season, and it would be good to just have Chelsea win the league because they've actually invested a lot of money and they're actually playing very well. So they might just smash Everton, man. They might just smash Everton. That's just the truth. Might just be a 4-0 win or a 3-0 win or one of those huge wins, but we'll see later tonight who is going to win that game. Let me quickly read comments. They said, God can be bring the cross merchant FFS. We have a player whose ability only comes from 12 yards. Well, we all have our opinions about different players as far as anyway. That's just the beautiful thing about football. And he also says win to Chelsea, most likely. But Everton actually puts up a good fight every time against Chelsea. So you might just see a narrow Everton win or a draw. Or Chelsea might actually just smash them. Period. So let's go to Spain. There's a big game this weekend in Spain, and it is the Madrid derby. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, 21:00 hours West African time. I don't know what to predict. I don't know how to predict this game, guys. So maybe you guys should just let me know in the comment section what you think about this game. If Real Madrid is actually going to win or Atletico Madrid is going to win. Real Madrid, well, someone would say they are back to form, but it's just been 2 games thereabouts, and we really cannot say right now if they are truly back in form or just like Manchester United that games, this inconsistency that has been happening with Real Madrid too this season, just as Barcelona is also facing the same inconsistency, and a whole lot of big teams this season have been hugely inconsistent. So let me know what you think in the comment section. I feel Madrid might just edge Atletico Madrid by a narrow win, but also on the other hand, Atletico might just win. But I don't see a draw happening in this game. One team is definitely going to win, either Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, and I feel there wouldn't be a draw in this game. So let's move on to Sunday games, 13:00 West African time. West Southampton versus Sheffield United. Before I go into that game, let me read the comment. Atletico always seems dumbfounded against Madrid, but with Atletico in good form, I might go for a deadlock or a 1-hour draw. I just feel somebody's going to win the game. Who? I don't know. It might be Real Madrid, it might be Atletico Madrid. I don't feel it's going to be a draw. And I feel there'll be goals in that game. So Southampton versus Sheffield United, straight win Southampton, and I hope what Prowse scores one of his good free kicks and gives assists to help my FPL, and I'm giving a 2-0 win to Southampton against Sheffield. Sheffield United has been terrible this season. They are not the same team we saw last season. I really feel that Chris should actually change his tactics. You have a McBurney that is good, really good. Start bringing in crosses into the box. That's all you can do, man. That's the best you can do. You don't have pace in attack, so the best thing you do is cross the balls to McBurney. He's threatening on the air and he can get you goal. Lena says, wow, Fashina is really a die-hard football fan. Trust me, he's a Man City fan. And today he is so happy. I hope you come back on the show next week, just in case Manchester United wins. You know, I hope you have the boldness to come back on the show. Lena is a Man City fan. From his comments, you will see he's crazy about Manchester City. But let me tell you something about Manchester City fans. They are mostly people that move from Manchester United. So if you really ask Ayomide, you will find out that he was probably a Manchester United fan before he actually moved to City. All these bitter exes, that's how they behave. Don't mind them. Let's not even talk about it. Let's not talk about it. The next game is Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspur, 15:15 West African time. Crystal Palace is threatening. Woo! But man, Tottenham is on fire. Tottenham is on fire right now. But like people will say, Tottenham is just an injury or 2 away from actually losing form. If Kane or Son, if anything happens to Kane or Son, the team might actually just go back to ground zero. But for this match, I feel it's going to be a Tottenham win. So I'm opting for a 3-1 win Tottenham. Let me know in the comment section your prediction for this game. But I actually go for Tottenham 3-1 win in favor of Tottenham. The next game on Sunday is going to be by 17:30. Sorry, that was just a flight. 17:30 West African time. Fulham versus Liverpool. Straight Liverpool win. This is going to be one of those matches where Liverpool wins like 4-0, 5-0. Yes, it's going to be that terrible. So I'm going for a straight win. Liverpool win 4-0 or maybe 5-0. Fulham has not just been it this season. And I actually feel they're going to get relegated. They're actually in the relegation zone, and I feel they are really going to get relegated. So straight win for Liverpool, a 3-0 win or a 4-0 win for Liverpool. Lena says, Ayomide, you drop messages in seconds. You have a magic finger, but I he's used to chatting. Trust me, he's very used to chatting, so you will get to see. And then everybody says, I need a Liverpool loss and Robertson hat trick. Now your FPL selfishness is talking. You probably have Robertson in your FPL. Well, I have Salah and I actually captain Salah in my FPL, so he better score a hat trick. He better score a hat trick. You know. Well, but I don't understand how you want. I don't understand how you need Liverpool to lose and then Robertson getting a hat trick. We all know Fulham cannot score 4 goals against Liverpool. We both know that. So that we should just better just if you really want to FPL to click this weekend, just pray that Liverpool wins and then Robertson actually performs because Fulham is definitely not going to score 4 goals against Liverpool. That's totally almost impossible. My hands aren't that fast. Well, your hands are fast, too, to be honest. Anyway, 2015 West African time, Arsenal Burnley, straight win for Arsenal if they don't go defensive and actually play in a coward. What's the word in English? It's just actually play a coward style of football. Come on, man. This is Burnley. They should actually attack Burnley. And I feel Arsenal really needs to improve. Arteta really needs to change his tactics. He needs to get Aubameyang in scoring positions. It's not rocket science that since Aubameyang have not been scoring, Arsenal has actually not been winning. It's just because they've been depending truly on Aubameyang and they play well in the Europa League, but then when they come to the Premier League, I think Arteta is being overly cautious and it's been affecting them. They've not won a couple of games and they've just had a terrible result. I wish Boskule was there. He's probably been pissed about Arteta and probably would have expressed himself better. I don't know. But I really feel Arsenal should be winning this. They need to win this game. It's Burnley. Even though Burnley has been decent this season, but then I feel they can actually win this game. I mean, they said Arsenal and Burnley relegation battle. But Arsenal really needs this win. Yes, they do need this win to change their situation in the league. And I hope they get the win. Seriously, for football's sake, it's really difficult to see Arsenal towards the relegation zone. It's just not something you want to see. You want to have the big boys, the top of the league, competing and making the league very competitive. So hopefully Arsenal gets a win tomorrow against Burnley and they come and they get up the table a little bit, even though it wouldn't do so much to their status right now, but at least they move away from the relegation zone a little bit. Chibueze Alufo, he says Arsenal will not win that game. Wow, it seems like Arsenal has lots of haters or people are just tired of Arsenal as a whole. They've just been terrible. And for people that plays bet a lot, they've cut a lot of people's tickets. So maybe they're just arguing. Everybody just fed up with Arsenal. But seriously, I want Arsenal to win this game and I hope they climb up the table. I really do hope they climb up the table because we want to have the Premier League more competitive and it's good to have big teams, around the top 4 so that the league is actually very competitive and fun to watch. So let's move to the last game of the weekend, which is Leicester City versus Brighton on Sunday, 2015 West African time. Leicester win, man. I'm going all in. Leicester win. All in Leicester. I think it's going to be maybe a 2-0 win. Brighton has been good. Lamptey is, I don't know. Somebody is calling someone out. Chimeze says, I am feeling the pain of my work colleague, Choma Ate. I hope she sees this video and she sees your comments. She's going to kill you. Trust me, she's definitely going to kill you. Like, literally kill you for calling her out. She's an Arsenal fan, obviously, and then he's calling her out. The way everybody says, I'm going with a 1-0 win to Arsenal. I do hope Arsenal win, but I know it's also going to be a narrow victory if they do win. So let's quickly react to the Leicester games. Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win this game. Leicester City versus Brighton and Brighton. And I go for a Leicester win, guys. I go for a Leicester win. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section who you think is going to win this game. Please, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a comment down below and share this link with your friends. Smash a like on the video, and there's that little bell somewhere up when you subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notifications whenever we put out a new video. So we're almost at the end of the show. So now we're just gonna chat a little bit before we call it a day. I really says, man, I need Vardy bagging goals. Leicester to win by 3-0 with Ndidi and Pereira back. Yeah, I think Ndidi is a big boost for Leicester. He came back last weekend and he actually played quite well. So I think the defensive side of their defense is actually going to get properly covered now than Ndidi is back. And I know your selfish, your FPL selfish side is going for Vardy to score because you have him in your FPL. I mean, we know what you are doing there. Keep these guys in. Leicester will concede, no clean sheet for Leicester. Well, Ndidi is back. They might just get a clean sheet. You know, Ndidi actually seals their defense, and it's not like Brighton is actually this very good attacking side. But we'll see what happens at the end of tomorrow if they actually concede. But I feel you also know that Leicester is going to win that game. Like, we can all agree on that Leicester is going to win that game. So thank you guys for joining in on the show. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, if you have business proposals, you can send it to our email, footballfansfrenzy@gmail.com. So follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram, Football Fans Frenzy. And I promise to follow you back. Thank you guys for joining in on the show. Thank you, Chibueze. Thank you, everybody. Please share this link with your friends. Make sure they see this video, and it's been fun to have you here. Once again, I apologize for Boss Kunle. I apologize for I and Frank. Hopefully, they join in on the show next week, and we can all have fun together. Chibueze is asking quickly, what was your prediction for Manchester United match? I feel Manchester City is going to win, or maybe something might just happen and Manchester United wins. But based on form, Man City win, man. To be honest, Man City win. Please try and eat before Manchester United match, dude. I'm going to eat right now, like right now, and then wait for that match. Hopefully, they don't embarrass me today. But God, they shall anyhow it be. We will survive. We got knocked out of the Champions League, and then life goes on. One thing is for sure, and I said it earlier in the show, I am not watching any match in Jerusalem or Uzbekistan or Kogi State or any of those places that are far in the continent or in the world. I don't care. I am not watching or streaming those matches with my data. Like Nigerians will call it, my data. I'll use my data to watch Premier League, Biko, and watch what's it called, maybe FA Cup and the Capital One Cup. I ain't watching no match in Uzbekistan, far Jerusalem, or any of those matches. I am definitely not using my data to watch those matches. Anyway, thank you guys for joining in. At this point, I have to say goodbye. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this link with your friends. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And if you have business proposals, please send an email to footballfansfrenzy@gmail.com. See you guys in my next video. Bye.